स्टार्ट करो. Very good evening, बच्चों. Good evening. Confirm that my voice is clear to you. Is my voice clear and visibility clear? Good evening. Harsha, good evening. Yehoshua, oh, what a name. Sharanya, Yehoshua, good evening. Vishwant Reddy, good evening. Ananya, good evening. Shri Monica, good evening. Shravya, good evening. Hari Surya, Sunita, good evening. Ashish, Vigneshwar, good evening. Nikita, Dr. X, Joyo, Ajay Kumar, good evening. Good evening, bachon. Today the timing is changed. Manish Challa, good evening. Ravinder, good evening. Hari Surya, good evening. Sharanya, happy evening. Very good. Happy evening, bachon. Anyone who can remind me what we were doing yesterday? We can proceed further. Anyone can remind me if... Yes, please. Why class started late? Today class timing are 5:30, beta. Every day this timing, I don't know, beta. Today class timings are 5:30. I don't know whether information is disseminated or not. Swati, good evening. Swati, we are doing symmetry. Ramya Royal, symmetry. Okay, symmetry we were doing. Okay. Yehoshua, from Siloam you have to explain. Symmetry, IPND, symmetry complete. Level of organization, symmetry, body symmetry. Then Siloam, diploblastic or triploblastic. Triplo complete, diploblastic, triploblastic. No, triplo is not completed, okay? And Siloam is also not complete, Siloam. Okay, bachon, so let me now start with the diplo and triplo first. Okay, right, very good. So good evening, everyone. We are doing one of the basis of classification, which is the number of germ layers, number of germinal layers, number of germinal layers. Please note down. Now, germinal layers are the layers in the embryo. Germinal layers are the layers in the embryo, right? Now, you know that the embryo passes through many stages. For example, after fertilization, we have the zygote, and the zygote then transform into so many cells. It looks like a mulberry. We call it morula. Then morula becomes the blastocyst. It is implanted in the endometrium in the uterus, and then it is transformed into three-layered structure. How many layered? Three-layered structure. Trilaminar. I'm talking about the human being, right? So three-layered structure. Outermost is called the ectoderm, as ecto means outside. Innermost one is endoderm, and there is a middle one which is known as mesoderm. Now, some part of the body is made from ecto, some part from the meso, and some part from the endo. The complete body, some part of it is from the ecto, some part of it is from meso, and some part of it is from endo, like that. There is no other cell, no other layer which is going to give rise to any body parts. Out of these three only, we will be formed. But there are certain animals where they don't have this privilege of three layers. They are very basic. They only have two layers. Yes, two of the phyla are there, two phyla which have only two layers, ecto and endo. And do you know that one of this phylum is such that which does not have any layer? Can anyone think of the name of the phylum which does not have any germ layers? Can anyone think of the name of the phylum which does not have any germ layers? Porifera, very good. Very good. It is just a cluster of cell. It is a cluster of cell, right? In the embryo also, don't expect that the embryo is so trilaminar or no, not like that. So it is just a cluster of cell. There is no layer, no germ layers formed in the embryo also. So number of germ layers, it can be like diplo 2, or it can be, first of all, germ layers absent. Germ layers absent, or they can be 2, or they can be 3, right? Absent, or they can be 2. When they are 2, these animals are known as diploblastic. Diploblastic. And when they are 3, obviously we can call them as triploblastic. Makes sense? Diploblastic and triploblastic. This is making sense, I believe, right? So 2 are there, 2 germ layers, diploblastic, and 3 germ layers are triploblastic. And when there is no germ layers, we don't call them any name. We only use number of germ layers. Either they are absent. Phylum, example, phylum, as you guys have told me just now, phylum Porifera, it does not have any germ layers. So Porifera. Now, two phyla, you can think of Cnidaria. One phylum is Cnidaria and one phylum is Ctenophora. Ctenophora. I'll be going a little faster. Very easy things, okay? Triploblastic, okay? The first phylum is Platyhelminths. Platyhelminths up to the chordates. Up to all, remaining all, up to chordata, they are triploblastic. Platyhelminths to chordata, they are triploblastic, right? So in the body of Cnidarians and Ctenophora, you will find that there is an outer body wall and an inner body wall. There is outer body wall, inner body wall, and there is no middle body wall. In place of this middle body wall or middle layer, there is a jelly-like material. There is a jelly-like material, and you know what we can call this jelly-like material? First of all, why this jelly-like material? Because there is no cellular layer, only ecto and endo. So ecto forms the outer body wall, endo forms the innermost body wall. And in between that, there is no such cellular layer, and we can call this jelly-like material as mesoglia. So the word mesoglia can be used only for Cnidaria and Ctenophora. This I wanted to tell you. Porifera, they are just clusters of cells, so they don't have any privilege of germinal layers. Triploblastic, now triploblastic, they have got an outer body wall, outer layer, which is ectoderm. They have got endoderm, and in between ectoderm and endoderm, no doubt about that, they have got a mesoderm also. In their embryo, you will find a mesoderm also in between these two. There is a mesoderm also, okay? Mesoderm. So this is the design of the body: ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm, and that's how the body layers can be seen. The body layers can be seen like this. This is endoderm, mostly making the alimentary canal. Ectoderm is mostly making the outer body wall. Ectoderm mostly making the outer body wall, and this one is the mesoderm. So you can differentiate, you can distinguish three cellular layers in the diagram of NCERT. I will open today and I will tell you how to identify which one is triploblastic and which one is diploblastic. My dear children, so one phylum is here, and 2 phyla here, and remaining phyla, platyhelminthes to chordata, are in triploblastic. So in terms of evolution, it is evolving like this. This one is most advanced among the 3 forms. My dear children, let us talk about the triploblastic organisms. Are you guys so far with me? All points clear? So far all points are clear? Okay. I am taking the third one, which are triploblastic. Let us take triploblastic organism and try to divide or differentiate triploblast, because triploblastic mein bahut sare, so many of them are there. For example, there are like platyhelminthes, esculmenthes, annelida, up to chordata. So we now divide on the basis of whether there is a cavity within the mesoderm present or not. Whether there is a cavity within the mesoderm or not. On that basis, we divide the triploblastic organisms. So, on that basis, the organisms can be 3 times, and that cavity in the mesoderm, and that cavity is known as coelom. Not every body cavity is a coelom. My buccal cavity is a body cavity, but it's not a coelom. The cavity in my stomach, the cavity in my blood vessels, heart, there is a cavity in my heart, ventricles in the brain. All these cavities are there, but they are not coelom. Coelom is between outer body wall and the gut wall, and in between this is lined by mesoderm. Ante, this is present inside the mesoderm. This is important. For example, you see the first case. In the first case, try to see whether, okay, we'll use some fixed color. Outer body wall, I'm using the white color. Outer body wall, I'm using the white color, okay. Then inner body wall, I'm using the blue color. This is inner body wall or the gut wall. And in between, you have the mesoderm. In between that, it's a mesoderm, okay. So this is all mesoderm. Mesodermal cells they have filled entire space. Mesodermal cells have filled entire space. There is no cavity left within the mesoderm. Be careful what I'm saying, my words important. There is no cavity present within the mesoderm. ये पूरा का पूरा भरा हुआ है. There is no cavity within the mesoderm. This is one of the possibility. Another possibility is this one. Again, outer body wall, the gut wall. So we use the blue color for the gut wall. And now we have the mesoderm. Now the mesoderm forms scattered pouches. The mesoderm has formed scattered pouches. So body cavity है तो सही, but it is not a proper body cavity. It is not a true body cavity. Mesoderm, this is mesoderm. The red color is mesoderm. Okay, this is all mesoderm, right? Mesodermal cells. Now here the cells have filled entire space. No space left. In the second one, they have given some space, but that is a very primitive type. They have, scattered pouches are there. And try to find out the third one and see how the third one is different from the first two. In the third one, outer body wall. The wall of the gut, and now the mesoderm. Actually, all these pouches have fused to form two big pouches. Beta, one of the pouch or one of the bag has covered this entire space. Another one is almost fixed to it one. I mean, like the two pouches have become bigger and bigger. The two pouches have become big. They have become bigger and bigger, and now they have actually taken all the space. The two pouches have taken all the space. They have really adhered to each other. They have really adhered to each other. Outer body wall white, inner body wall is blue, the gut wall, and the red colored thing that you see is the mesoderm. The two pouches, and they have really, surrounded the gut in such a way that there is approximation, and here the two of the membranes have approximated. Here also two of the membranes have approximated, right? Where they have, are you getting my voice clearly? Where they have approximated, you know what has happened? The membrane, it has become a fuse. So like two membrane, they become one, they have fused, right? They have become fused. Anyone who know what is the name of this layer? What is the name of these structures which are connecting your enteron, which are connecting your enteron to the outer body wall? Enteron means gut. Anyone who know what is the meaning of what you call these folds of membrane? Yes, peritoneum, mesenteron, yes, we can say mesenteron, good. We can call them mesenteries or mesentron. Yes, this is mesenteries. Mesenteries. These two membranes which are connecting the enteron to the outer body wall, these are called the mesenteries. And beta, these spaces, this is called the true coelom. The true coelom or the eucoelom. True coelom or the eucoelom. And the animals having the true coelom are called eucoelomates. Eucoelomates. Animals, those who have this type of pattern, they are called the pseudocoelomates. They are called pseudocoelomates. And the animals who don't have a coelom, they are called acoelomates. So on the basis of coelom, we may have three possibilities. Possibility number one is acoelomate. Possibility number two is pseudocoelomate. And possibility number three is U. U means true. You know, U means true. True, well, good, true. We are doing the coelom. On the basis of coelom, we are dividing all the triploblastic animals. Don't forget, these are all triploblastic animals. Three possibilities they may have, either this possibility or this possibility, or they may have this possibility. Triploblastic animals. Now this one is pseudocoelom. This one, pseudocoelom. And that one is the true coelom or eucoelom. And animals are called pseudocoelomates. So we can divide the animals on the basis of coelom. We can divide all the triploblastic animals on the basis of coelom into three categories: acoelomates, pseudocoelomates, and eucoelomates. Because we are doing the basis of classification right now, rather than the particular animal, we have to know the phylum which are like that. Okay. So, beta, example of the phylum. Here, what phylum to take? Come on. Acoelomate phylum. Acoelomate. Yes. Platyhelminths. Okay. Platyhelminths. Here, which phylum to keep, beta? Come on. Here, which phylum? Yes. Only one phylum. Aschelminths. Members of Aschelminths are pseudocoelomates. And beta, this is very, very important fact. And members of the phylum Annelids or Annelida up to chordata. Annelida up to chordata, all of them are eucoelomates. Annelida to chordata are eucoelomates. The first phylum to have a true coelom is Annelida. The first phylum to have a true coelom is Annelida. My dear students, please everyone, let us never ever forget this. This is one of the very important area where many bits, many questions, many multiple choice questions have been asked. You can differentiate only, there are so many characters given, but only on the basis of this character you can separate, you can distinguish as helminths, roundworms. Maybe other are given. Maybe those are confusing because there is only one phylum which is pseudocoelomate. No other. In case of eucoelomate, we have many examples. But in pseudocoelomate, only one example we have. Only one example in pseudocoelomate. Are you guys with me? What we have done? Very quick revision of what we have done. Number one, number of germinal layers. Germinal layers are present in the embryo. Okay, they can be absent, like in phylum Porifera. They can be two. They are called diploblastic phyla. The two phyla which are diploblastic are Cnidaria, Ctenophora, and triploblastic are phylum Platyhelminthes. To all the remaining one, like up to Chordata, they are triploblastic. We are also triploblastic, right? Now, the mesoglia can be seen only in the diploblastic. So these are the two phyla where the mesoglia. Mesoglia is a jelly-like material. It is a jelly-like material present between the outer body wall and the inner body wall. All the triploblastic, we are now dividing all the triploblastic. On the next page, we are dividing all the triploblastic animals. Now, triploblastic animals, we are trying to find out whether there is some space in the mesoderm. This is the mesoderm, okay? This is the mesoderm, this is the ectoderm or the outer body wall. Ectoderm, which forms the outer body wall. This one is the body wall, outer body wall, and this is the gut. So this is the gut wall. This is the gut or antron, this is the gut wall, and this is the outer body wall, gut or antron, therefore mesentery, mesoderm का बना हुआ, the membrane made up of mesoderm, which is actually connecting the antron to the body wall. The membranes made up of mesoderm. These are the membranes made up of mesoderm connecting the antron or gut to the main body wall. These are called mesenteries. Mesenteries, okay? Important discovery happened few years back about the mesenteries, and therefore it was in use. It was in the news. Maybe the paper setter is knowing about that and can give this in the examination. However, that I accept that this is not given in the NCERT. So don't take much tension, but it is very easy for you to understand. And the diagram of eucoelom, please understand. Okay, it is a cavity lined by the mesoderm. Not every body cavity is a coelom. One phylum is here, which is this is very important because only one example of pseudocoelomate phylum. But if a question comes, which of the following, which of the following, which of the following phylum or phyla, which of the following phylum or phyla do not have, does not or do not, better use another word, is or are लिखना पड़ेगा, is or are devoid of a coelom. Oh, true coelom. Which of the following phyla are devoid of a true coelom? Okay, devoid of a true coelom. True coelom. If this question comes, now let us answer this question one and you have phylum Porifera, number 2, phylum Nidaria, okay, you know the answer. Phylum 3 is phylum Ctenophora, okay, and Nidaria, Ctenophora, and phylum 4 are all of these. Come on. If this question comes in your examination, what will you write? Which one does not have a true coelom? Yes, correct answer is 4. So none of them have a true coelom. Very good. Okay, very good. Answer is very fast, so it is good. That answer is correct also and fast also. Very good. Or another way of asking the question is, which of the following phylum or phyla is or are acoelomate. Which of the following phylum or phyla is or are acoelomate? Option 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, very easy for you. Now you can have options like Nidaria, Ctenophora. Okay, then platyhelminths, and all of these, suppose. All of these. Come on, here answer. Acoelomate, phylum which are acoelomate. Acoelomate means those who don't have a coelom. Literal meaning is those who don't have a coelom. Okay. Now option, your doubt can be between 3 and 4, obviously. 1 and 2 are wrong because already in the first question, 1 and 2 we have confirmed. Now your doubt can be between this one or this one, right? Please understand that already we have done Nidaria, Ctenophora, they don't have a coelom. And phylum, acoelomate phylum literally means devoid of a coelom. Literal meaning is devoid of a coelom, acoelomate. So beta, how come we can say that they are coelomate? No, they are also acoelomate. And here also, correct answer is answer 4. Very good. Correct answer is answer 4. Answer 4. Okay. Now, why I gave these two questions? Because in this classification, in the acoelomate phylum, I have given only platyhelminths. Okay, because this is the classification of only triploblastic phylum. Only triploblastic we are classifying. And then want to see whether the mesoderm has some space or not. Yes, they have a mesoderm, but then the mesoderm is with a space or not, or cavity or not. Those who don't have a mesoderm, it is obvious they can never have a coelom. They are obviously acoelomate. Those who don't have a mesoderm, they are to pakka confirm they are acoelomate. But those who are is having a mesoderm and then acoelomate is phylum platyhelminths. Okay, I hope you understand. So this question, we have done this question. I think here we have done this question here. Okay, right. Space is there. One more question. Name a triploblastic. Name a triploblastic acoelomate phylum, or if you have more names, then phyla. Triploblastic acoelomate phylum or phyla. Answer can be one, answer can be more. So what is the answer, guys? What is the answer? If you want to write platyhelminthes, you can simply write platy. Okay, you want to write platy plus s, whatever you can write. So you can, I am giving you liberty, you can write short. Okay, and beta, the correct answer of this question is only one phylum, platyhelminths. Correct, because this is a triploblastic acoelomate. You understand the point? Okay, so people say that, sir, you said diploblastic, triploblastic. Sir, porifera is diploblastic or triploblastic. I said, beta, don't keep it in diplo and triplo. Okay, so today only, I think today or day before yesterday, some students brought a book that is MTG on fingertip something, na? क्या बोलते हैं उसको? NCERT on fingertips, MTG. So on the first page, one question on the right-hand side bottom, and 2-3 students are standing and asking about their doubts. Sir, ये दे रखा है. तो मैंने कहा change the answer. Okay, keep a red pen. बोला है. बोले no, change the answer. But if any author has given some error, it does not mean it. We cannot just to justify the answer. I cannot tell you anything wrong. तो सर गलत है पक्का. मैंने पक्का नहीं, 200 times पक्का. Correct it. It is wrong. It is neither diplo nor triplo. Acha, suppose if the real examiner, God forbid, but if the real examiner is also doesn't know about this fact, or by chance, sometimes what happens that paper comes like in the paper, teacher does not have time, or someone like, someone is sticking questions in the book. If at all that comes in front of you, then what? Lik dena diplo. When you don't have any option left, go for diplo. If you don't have any option left, right? If anyone is just sticking the question from the book, however, 99.99% time, it won't happen. Any examiner is a learned person, educated person, he will not make such mistakes. Okay, beta? So yes, it is neither diplo nor triplo. If it is given in the MTG, correct that. There are 3-4 places MTG answers have to be corrected. Beta, after the coelom, the next one is segmentation. Segmentation. Come on, try to understand. Here I will tell you some terms like, for example, what do you mean by gregarious? Gregarious. Come on, tell me. Gregarious. Who will tell me gregarious? G for gregarious. G for. Come on, tell me. Who will tell me gregarious? Gregarious. Annelid, arthropoda, chordata, arthropoda. Group, very good. Niranjan, Nirakar, Niranjan Rao, very good, correct. Hari Surya, Locusta. Yes, Locusta. Gregarious, that means animals that live in group. Animals that live in groups. जो एनिमल ग्रुप में रहते हैं, G for group and G for gregarious. Here you can give example. Here you can give example like locusta. Like, locusta. Locusta is a pest, okay? And it is a gregarious pest. Example, locusta is gregarious. Gregarious. But gregarious means the one that live in group, right? Like ants live in group, ants are gregarious. Honeybee live in group, honeybee are gregarious. Okay, no, although we use another term for honeybees and ants, but you might have seen many birds are, flying in a group. They are gregarious. If you have come across the site where the birds are making a V type of a structure, and they always maintain uniform velocity, and they move and they fly in group, gregarious. right? So animals who prefer to live in group are gregarious. Locusta is a gregarious. It is also a pest, and the harmful effect or the danger or the fear of, why farmers are afraid of locusta, because it does not come in 100 or 200 number or one or two. It come in lakhs and lakhs of number. So, within hours only it can eat up your crop. And that is the reason, in the newspaper, this is the news. In the newspaper or in the television, this is the news. They use the word ki tiddi dal. Tiddi means locusta. Dal. Dal means their army. Army. Dal. Army. The big army. They come in a big group. And that is the reason you can kill 1, 200, 200, but such a large number. I hope you understand. So one term you understand clearly, G for group, G for gregarious. There is another term called colonial. Any idea how colonial is different from gregarious? What is speciality in colonial? Come on, bachcho. What is speciality in colonial? Colonial बंदोबस्त मूवी अजय कुमार अनिल कुमार ये नहीं पता बेटा association yes very good now in colonial not only they live in group but they divide their work they divide the job and everyone know their job and they do only their job so what is happening the efficiency of this entire group increase many folds. They become very efficient. It's a corporate type of network, like a corporate network. Right. Some honeybee start flying. They find, okay, there is some nectar. Okay, and then they come back to their own hive. And now with their dancing, they don't have any other language. With their dancing, they try to communicate to the other members. But there, go there. 45 degree level, see there. After this much 100 meters, you will get nectar. Go, quick, go. It's a corporate system. In corporate, there is everyone is doing a different job. And that's how, what is the total aim of all of them? Business. The main aim is to get the business. That's it. Business means to earn money. That is the meaning of business. For example, in case of honeybee you can easily relate. Queen bee live inside the hive. Only do one work, laying eggs. Because laying eggs, only one is required. They feed it so much that it becomes royal and it is only giving eggs and eggs. Drones, they are only one work, right? They mate with the queen. Workers, remaining work other than reproduction, other than laying eggs or other than this, all work are done by these worker bees. You understand? So by this, their efficiency of the group is very high. I was reading, a big article, and I was going through part of it, and it has divided the type of worker bees. So worker bees, they have, like, some are security guards, some are they guard the queen, because males, the drone, they don't have a sting. They cannot bite anyone. They cannot harm anyone. They cannot attack anyone. So even the defense of that is done by that. Some bees are only taking care of repair work. They repair the hive. You understand? Such a fine network of the corporate system. They are very advanced. So in colonial system, colonial animals, there is division of labor. Okay. So there is a division of labor. division of labor. That is a very good thing. Okay, by this efficiency increase. So total work efficiency of the group, beta efficiency of the group increases. Just imagine many animals were there living in water. Earlier animals were living in water only. Animals are living in water. And then they start living together. They start living together and thinking that when they live together, they will be more efficient. They form a group. Right now we can call them gregarious. And then they say that, okay, you only make gametes. These two will make gametes, male gametes. These two will make the female gametes. This will help in digestion. This one will take care of the nervous system. So now they have divided their work. This is called a colony. Imagine a colony after millions of years could have evolved as all these forms now became one. All these forms have become a single organism. In the due course of evolution, millions and millions years of evolution, all these forms living together, and now they have become one. There is a serial repetition of units. You'll find that there is one after other, as if someone has made them in phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. It is not like that, because many of them came together and now they become fused as one organism in the due course of evolution. Now they become, rather than organism, we call them metameres. Metameres. These units, individual units are called metameres. Can anyone tell me what is a phenomenon called? Can anyone tell me what is this phenomenon called? Metameres, okay, independent. So now they don't remain organism, independent organism. वो बचा नहीं, because all of them are fused into one organism. What is this phenomenon called? Yes, beta, this phenomenon is called metamerism. Metamerism. This phenomenon is called metamerism. These segments are metameres, units. Okay, this is we can, in simple language, we can call it as segmentation. In simple language, we can call it as segmentation. You have three phylum. Example, three phylum and very, very big phyla. These are very, very big phyla. Okay, one of them is the largest phylum. Three phylum, they show this metamerism. Metamerism, or in simple English, we can say they show segmentation. There is a serial repetition of units. And what's the Peru? What's the units called? Units called metameres. Units called metameres. This phenomenon is seen in AAC. I remember them like this, AAC. The phenomenon of metamerism has been seen in AAC. AAC, come on, what is AAC? What AAC stand for? AAC, yes. Annelida, which is the first phylum to show this type. Annelida, arthropoda, and the chordata, the most advanced chordata. Annelida, arthropoda, chordata. Three examples which show metamerism or segmentation. Annelida, arthropoda, chordata. Annelida, arthropoda, chordata. Number one, Annelida. Number two, arthropoda. And number three, chordata. These are segmented phyla. They show metamerism, or we can simply call segmentation. Now some people use the word true segmentation, right? Actually, this is the real segmentation of the body, not the false segmentation as seen in tapeworm. In the tapeworm, we find segments, but those are not that type of segments as they show in evolutionary pattern. It is only external segmentation, but this one is internal segmentation, internal. External plus internal. Okay, to make it even more easy for you, this is external plus internal. Internal segmentation. This is true segmentation. Three phyla which are segmented, these three are segmented phyla. Remaining all are unsegmented. Remaining all are unsegmented. Easy na? Segmentation I pendi, right? And better the last thing, the last basis of classification. Please understand, Nidaria. नहीं बेटा, Nidaria is not segmented. Nidaria is not segmented. हाँ बेटा, most of the core data show segmentation. It does not mean that suppose if you don't see segment from outside, there are no segments inside. Yes, inside the body has been formed into segments. Beta, if you see the vertebral column, it will show various segments, 7 segments in the cervical region, 12 segments in the thoracic region, 5 in the lumbar, 5 in the sacral, and 1 in the coccygeal. These are various segments. The muscle, abdominal muscle, rectus abdominis, the two muscle in the front, rectus abdominis. If you, those who make this those who do bodybuilding, they make the abdomen very strong and very, prominent. You will find that the muscle has packs, those bun type. Paw जैसा बनता है ना, paw. One paw here, one paw here, one paw, 2 pack, another pair, 4 pack, another pair, 6 pack. Abdominals, because the muscle has been formed in various segments. Right? Now, we don't teach here the nerve supply of the skin, the nerve supply, various muscles inside. There is a clear-cut indication that earlier, very long back, we were independent animals, and then they come together, they form a colony, and the colony formed one single organism, and now we have become much advanced over them. Beta metamerism, and finally, the last thing is notochord. Notochord means a flexible cord. Notochord means a flexible cord. Flexible. It's a flexible rod. Flexible rod. Solid rod. It's a solid rod. It's a flexible rod. क्या करेगा ये? What? Why? Purpose. इसका purpose क्या है बेटा? Anyone can think of in the mind? Think of purpose is support. Very good. It provides support. Support to whom? Support to the central nervous system. It provides support to the central nervous system. And what central nervous system comprise of? Tell me. Yes, it comprises of nerve cord. So notochord provides support to the nerve cord. Central nervous system comprised of the nerve cord. Nerve cord, okay? In early animals, the nerve cord, central nervous system, so notochord provides support. This is a supportive structure, a mesodermal in origin. It is mesodermal in origin. This is important, beta. Learn it. It is mesodermal in origin. Mesodermal in origin. Supportive. It provides support to the nerve cord. Let me make the structure. Everyone, please focus. Please, everyone, focus very carefully. Please focus. Let me show one animal. Suppose this is the very coiled structure, and you understand that what that coiled structure can be. This can be the gut or alimentary canal. It can be the gut or alimentary canal, okay? Now, what has happened in some individuals, their nerve cord has come towards the dorsal side. Their nerve cord has been shifted up towards the dorsal side. Their nerve cord is shifted up towards the dorsal side. And the nerve cord is not solid, it is hollow. And the nerve cord is not solid, it is hollow. It is shifted towards the dorsal side. To provide support to that, the body has formed a supportive structure underneath. To provide support to that, the body has formed a supportive structure underneath it. This supportive structure is known as the notochord. You can see, let me now label very, very careful. I'll be asking some questions here. This is, suppose if I say this is the mouth, if I say this is the mouth, and of course this is the anus, okay? And this is the gut, okay? And this is the belly side, this is the belly side. And because it is a belly side, what this side can be called? Come on, this can be called ventral. This can be called ventral, and the opposite of it can be called dorsal. This can be called dorsal. Anterior, posterior, dorsal, ventral. Are you guys with me? This is dorsal. This is ventral, belly side. This side is the mouth. This is mouth. This is cranial end, cranial. This is called cranial end. And that one can be called caudal end, Okay, bachcho? So I was saying that in some animals, what you find that their nerve cord is actually, let me make it a little. So let us make it a tail like, na? So tail lagna with the juice ko. And okay. So here is the anus and the tail side. This side is the mouth side. And what has happened? The nerve cord has been shifted towards the dorsal side. There is a single nerve cord and hollow, right? So this can be called dorsal, singular, single and hollow, dorsal nerve cord, single nerve cord and hollow nerve cord. Dorsal nerve cord, single nerve cord in these animals. In the same animal, to support this dorsal nerve cord, there is a supportive structure, and you know this green color which I have drawn here, and this can be called as notochord. This can be called as notochord. Are you guys with me? Have you understand this? Dorsal nerve cord, underneath that, this supportive structure. Later on, the supportive structure has given some extensions. Later on, the supportive structure has given some extensions to cover this. It has given some extensions to cover it, okay? Later on, it has given some extensions to cover it. I'll show you. So from both the sides, if you find from both the sides. I'm not making a very good diagram, accepting it, okay? But these are the extensions of the nerve cord, this notochord. This is to surround this structure and also to provide support. Are you guys with me? Animals, those who have this notochord. Animals, those who have the notochord. So you have the notochord. You have the notochord. Notochord present. You are known as chordates. Chordates. Animals, those who have the notochord are called chordate. Only one example of phylum, one phylum. Tell me, which phylum? Phylum chordata. Phylum chordata. And beta, animals where the notochord is absent, they are called non-chordates. Non-chordates. Example, non-chordates. Porifera to hemichordata. Don't keep hemichordata in the chordata. Please, porifera to hemichordata are the non-chordate phyla. Those who don't have the notochord, they are non-chordate. Those who have the notochord, they are called chordates. Very, very simple, bachcho. I hope you understand. This is simple. And any doubt you have, you can ask me. If any doubt you have, you can ask me. Yes, porifera to hemichordata, Sharanya, this is correct. Because people show me the NCERT, they say that, sir, यहाँ लिखा हुआ है कि porifera to echinodermata. ठीक है, it has not given it completely. Right, it is not given completely, no props. ठीक है ना? Like for example, I can say that I am wearing a black T-shirt. Not bad. No. Is it wrong? No, it is not wrong. But that does not mean that I am not wearing anything down. Okay, I am wearing it. They say that yes, from porifera to echinodermata are non-chordate phyla. ठीक है? They are not saying that these are the only non-chordate phyla. These are the only, no, they are not saying like that. Very clearly mentioned, hemichordata is not a chordata. Very clearly. Then don't take any tension as such. Sorry, NCERT में दे रखा है. Your examiner who make the paper, he is an educated person. So he will give the question correctly. He will not give any such controversial thing. Understand? So there is a line people show me in the NCERT, sir, it says that up to echinodermata. ठीक है. It says no problems. I am eating dal rice. But that does not mean I am only eating dal rice. I don't take any curd or chutney or something. Simple, like that. Okay. Bachcho, just two more minutes if you can concentrate. What happens to this notochord? Okay. There is a small problem here, okay? I want to change this small problem. Just change this, okay? No, I don't agree with this, okay? Notochord. If it is present in embryo, if present in the embryo, then it is a chordata. Then this is chordate. If present in the embryo, then chordate. And if absent in embryo, then non-chordate. But I forgot to put the condition. This is the condition. It is not simply that chordata, notochord present, chordata. Na ji na. The condition is it should be present in the embryo. If it is present in the embryo, yes, chordata. If it is absent in the embryo, it is non-chordata. Be very careful. In the embryo, never forget this embryo angle. Never forget this embryo angle, okay? What happens to the notochord later on? What happens to the notochord later on? Notochord, fate of notochord. Fate of notochord. What happens to the notochord later on? Fate of notochord after birth. It is present in the embryo, but fate of notochord after birth, three possibility. Either it is absent. Notochord become absent in the adult, or it persists. It persists throughout life. It persists throughout life. Second possibility. Third possibility is it is replaced by vertebral column. Vertebral column. It is replaced by vertebral column. A bony or cartilaginous, bony or cartilaginous vertebral column. Bony or either it is made up of bone or it is made up of cartilage. Vertebral column. क्या होता है vertebral column? Backbone. This backbone is vertebral column. Okay. So what happened that notochord is replaced by vertebral column. Third possibility. Three possibility. Either it is lost. Embryo, undi. Adult means after birth, ledu, absent. Second possibility, embryo present. After that also persist. Persist throughout life. Or third possibility, embryo present. But after birth, it is replaced by bony or cartilaginous vertebral column. Are you guys with me? And I end my session by giving you examples of the three. I end my session, but so please understand that all these are actually chordates because one condition is there that chordates. One condition is there that their embryos have a notochord, that pakka there. We are saying embryo to present, but what is happening after birth? So already they are chordate, and chordate phylum is only one phylum, phylum Chordata. So whatever examples I am giving you, these are not the example of phylum. I am giving you examples of subphylum. Subphylum. So absent. Can you tell me the name of the subphylum? Which subphylum? Absent. Persist throughout life. Which subphylum? I am writing subphylum first so that you understand these are not the phylum. And in which subphylum? Yes, guys, come on. First one. Chepo, first one. Absent. Which subphylum? Yes. Absent वाला नहीं बता रहे हो तुम लोग. Absent वाला. Adult में absent. Present, yes. Urochordata, very good. This is subphylum Urochordata. Urochordata, very good. Persist throughout life. Throughout life. It is Cephalochordata. Cephalochordata. Replaced by a vertebral column. It is very easy. Come on. Who will tell me? Yes. Vertebrata. Replaced by a vertebral column. Vertebrata. Beta, it is vertebrata. Okay. Happily, you have understood all these basis of classification. The last one, quickly, I will tell you. Notochord is a flexible rod-like structure, mesoderm in origin. It provides support to the nerve cord. In fact, the textbook writes that it provides support to the central nervous system, and the central nervous system is represented by the nerve cord. So it provides support to the nerve cord. That's why I have written, right? Now, in these animals, what has happened, that the nerve cord is not ventral in position, it is shifted towards dorsal side. And the nerve cord is single and hollow. It is single, hollow nerve cord, dorsally placed. So nerve cord is also a little modified. And just underneath the nerve cord, this green color thing, rod, this is called the notochord. This green color thing is called the notochord. So you have the nerve cord, notochord, gut. This side is the dorsal side and this side is the ventral side. Okay? Okay? So as I always end my class with a question, I just want to count and at least 50 correct answer I want. Keep my words please. 50 correct answer. Statement type of questions. Statement number one. Statement. Come on. Statement number one. And it says that notochord is dorsal to nerve cord and gut. It is dorsal to both. It is dorsal to both nerve cord and dorsal to gut. Statement number one. Statement number two. It says that the notochord is dorsal to nerve cord. Dorsal to nerve cord, but ventral to gut. Dorsal to nerve cord, but ventral to gut. Dorsal to nerve cord, but ventral to gut. Option number three. Notochord is ventral. Come on. Ventral to nerve cord, but dorsal to gut. Out of the three options, one is correct. Out of the three options, one is correct. Come on. Which statement is correct? Any one of you please count the number of correct one also. Number of correct ones so that my heart remains happy. Are the number of correct ones reaches 50. And the correct answer is 3, bachon. The correct answer is 3. Very good. Answer is 3. Answer is 3. Those who are having any confusion in the answer, they can go here and see. That notochord, this side is the ventral side, is ventral to the nerve cord and dorsal to the gut. Okay, this is gut, it is towards the dorsal side. Gut ke dorsal mein and nerve cord ke ventral mein, right? Now you can again come to this line. It is ventral to nerve cord and but dorsal to gut. Come on. If the number reaches 50, come on. If the number reach 50, anyone who can count for me, please. Please guys, please count. If the number reach 50, correct answers. 51, 45, 50, very good. And that's enough. I love you guys. That's enough. Yes, 1 and 2 are false and third one is correct. Very, very good. Weekend syllabus. I am coming tomorrow, na? Kal bataunga. Tomorrow I am coming tomorrow I'll let you know. Bye bye. Take care. God bless you. Bye bye. I am already there is a recording is up, so you can see the video. No problems. Bye bye. Bye bye.